I still haven't shaved because the Arctic air mass is not quite hardly out of here yet. It's still like it's supposed to be like 22 degrees today or 22 degrees tonight. It's almost out of here. The Arctic air, and so I'm gonna shave tonight. And but excuse my appearance, please. I just want a little warmer air to come in here so I can clean you. I don't want my skin to get frostbite. That's why I'm wearing a light beard. Anyway, I think, let's go back. Let me think here. Bear with me. 37, I think it was 1982. I think it was 1982. I know it was in the early 80s. Anyway, I was 19 years old, and we lived up the road about 45-minute drive in Highland County, Ohio. Yes, here in Ohio. And it was, I think the wind chill was 54 below zero. And at times it went to 70 below zero. Yeah, so I've been in some cold air. Anyway, I woke up that morning. I'm still in bed. Now, my dad went out to try to start his car. It wouldn't start. His brother, my uncle, which was our neighbor, his car failed to start. Anyway, I hear my dad yelling at me. He says, "Hey, Greg, I'm still in bed." Yeah. Here's what my dad tells me: dress up, very, very warm, and go out and try and start your car. So I went from a warm bed, and in 3 minutes I was dressed like an Eskimo. Even at that, my car was about 35, 40 feet from the door of the house, and they kept an eye on me. I went out to I had a Plymouth, very good car, and by the time I get to my car, now I've got my car keys in my hand. I'm wearing gloves, of course, 54 below. The time I walked that 35, 40 feet, I could not feel my keys. I had to constantly look down to make sure my keys are still in my hand. I get to my car, I could not feel the keys. I put the keys into the door. It took me a little bit to do that. Put the keys into the door, unlocked my car door. And of course the door's a little frozen, so I jerked my car door open. I get in. Now I had leather seats. When I sat in my car, you could hear the seats crackling. Anyway, I had a hard time putting my key into the ignition. I had to take two hands because it was that cold. I couldn't feel nothing. Very, very dangerous and scary. I put my keys into the ignition, pumped the gas a little bit, not to flood it out. I turned the ignition. My engine of the car went. Pumped the gas again. Turned the ignition on again. All of a sudden it went. You hit it on one cylinder. So I didn't want to flood it, so I carefully pumped the gas again, hit the ignition again. It went like this. It went. It finally started at 54 below zero. I let it run for about 10-15 seconds. To make sure it's fully. I let off the gas to make sure it won't stall. And when I let off the gas after I pumped it a few times, it ran. My car, Plymouth, started at 54 below zero. If that oil had been thinner, it would have started easier, but the oil was so thick.